I don't know, there's one of them out there. Might be one of my teammates and I missed that kick. I don't know.
I reckon they love you till the end, mate. No problems there.
All right, Ken, Dodge report. Obviously, in the end, a fairy tale victory, though, with Schulze kicking the winning goal in Dom's final game.
Yeah, I don't know whether we dodged the bullets. That's been disrespectful, probably to Melbourne. They give everything they got. We got hold of the game a little bit early, and then from there on, they just scrapped their way back into it. And we were hurting ourselves a fair bit with some ball movement and stuff at times. But I think the pleasing part for us, for Dom particularly, that we got the win. But we got it in a Dom Cassisi fashion, I reckon. We got back on track with tackling and contested possession, and that's sometimes you just got to start there and then work away from that.
How would you rate the performance overall? You happy, disappointed the way you played?
Oh no, I'm happy that we got a win. I know we didn't play great footy, but again, that would be really unfair to Melbourne Footy Club and Roosie because they made us play that way today. They put us under enough pressure that we just didn't quite handle it the way and we haven't handled it as the way we'd like to in the last month. Everyone knows that. We're not sitting here hiding from the fact that we haven't been in our best form. But as we know, sometimes you've just got to turn it around and sometimes it's just grind out something to make it start going the direction we want.
Everyone's going to keep on asking, what is wrong with Port Adelaide? Is it not being able to play the pressure, and why can't you play the pressure?
Oh no, I think Port Adelaide are okay. We've won today. We've lost a couple of games by small margins, and we've lost a couple of games. We travelled and got beat by Richmond, who were in form at the time, and we can pretend that our form hasn't been great. We know that. But the opposition form, I think, has always been pretty solid in those games, and that's the pressure we've now put under because we started the journey about trying to get some respect back. We got a little bit of respect back, but we know we're still on the journey. But when you get some respect back, you get a bit more attention, and next part of us is to be able to handle what we're now going through, and that's a fair bit of pressure from the opposition and being able to still play the footy we want to.
Can in a game like that, where there's going to be little moments that are going to have big significance on the scoreboard, how did you see that Wingard free kick at the end of the third quarter?
Oh, look, I haven't seen any replay of it, so I don't know. I think it was a free kick, but I don't know. People might tell me, did you have a look at it? I'm not sure. It looked like he got hit front on, and if you get hit front on, that's the rule. I think you get a free kick. I think the angle he got put on was pretty tough too, so but I'm just pleased he kicked the goal, obviously, as the end result.
Dom, obviously, great way to finish with a win.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all that matters in this game, really, is winning. So, yeah, I was really pleased with the boys that they dug deep. Melbourne have improved. They're a defence-first team under Roosie, and it was a good battle. And I said to the boys after the game, we've got a lot of areas to improve on, but don't underestimate the win. It was a hard-fought win, and sometimes that's what it takes to get your season back on track. So, time will tell, but we won some really important areas that we haven't won for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and that was the pleasing thing.
And how emotional for you, obviously, to get the win, great crowd response, and even Melbourne players giving you a guard of honour when you walk from the field?
Yeah, it was just, the whole week's been overwhelming, really, the amount of support and messages, and, today was just the final piece of the puzzle, really, with firstly the win, and then the crowd thanking me, and me thanking them for their support as well, and like you say, Melbourne, obviously they're under Roosie, obviously they're going to be a club with a good culture and respectful and that sort of stuff. So I really appreciate what they did today as well. And but yeah, I was just right for the boys to get a win.
And you wouldn't have been upset when you realised Schulze was having the last probably a shot for goal.
No, I was pumped actually because he's just he finishes his work. He finishes his work, which is just so important in this game. And it's just great leadership, really. When we know he's got the ball in his hands, no matter what time of the game, he's a great chance to kick the goal, and he did it again today.
I know you're going to feel worse tomorrow, but how do you feel right now? Is it a reminder that it is the right time to finish it?
Yeah.
You're a bit sore?
Definitely, yeah. I was cramping up. End of the first quarter, I reckon. But I found it tough towards the end. There's no doubt about that. It sort of confirmed in my mind that the game has, gone past me, and I'm battling. I was sore again going in today, and I can't play 4 quarters of good footy. That's where it's at, and I thought I was, able to do a little bit today, but it's just, there's guys. The way our list has evolved, there's guys ready just to step in and take it, and I look forward to seeing them do it and watch from afar, or even mentor them and help them along the way.
Was it tough to come to that realisation, like you say, that you can't play 4 quarters anymore?
Not really. I actually didn't find it that tough. I was just, I don't know. I think you just got to be a bit honest with yourself. And I said to Kenny, and I might have said the other day as well, that I've just felt a bit uncomfortable out there the last sort of 3-4 games that I've played, and you just can't get away with that at this level. So I leave the game happy. I wouldn't change anything, and I've been very lucky along the way.
Can you speak about the next phase of education and development for this group, but could it get to that point without guys like Dom that's been through it all?
Could it get to that? I'm not quite sure what
could it get to a point, like the development that the group's been through over the last season and a half or whatever, could it have done that without guys like Dom?
No, absolutely not. We're a very young side, there's no doubt, young leadership group, and to have people like Dom Cassisi and Kane Corns and Schultze and Westy, Tommy Logan, I'm trying to think of they're basically our older boys. I don't think I've missed anyone there, but they've been invaluable to me as a first-time coach too. Dom, all the way through, has done nothing but support every decision I've probably made, and that makes so much difference when you're doing this job, and that you have the support of great characters. And look, we say as a football club we're going to build on character, and then we'll worry about talent after that. You can tell why this football club had the choice they made when they made Dom Cassisi the captain. I've got nothing but total respect for him.
There's a moment in the third quarter, 10 minutes in, where Dom takes the mark on that eastern flank on the grandstands there. He gets the crowd excited and saluting him. But every Port Adelaide player ahead of him is static. Where's that bold, brave movement that was there earlier in the season? I
think it freezes up when you feel nervous. I think we were definitely under the cosh today at times today, yeah. Dom. We were feeling the pressure, and that's what we're doing. We're feeling the pressure, and that what happens with that, the run disappears. That stops the ball movement. It's not the ball movement; it's the run first that disappears. And we've just got a little bit spooked. We're not as brave as we want to be, but that's something that can come back too. Last year we had similar experiences. We've been able to get back on track a bit quicker this time, and we've been able to lose by small margins, I suppose, is what I'm saying. So we haven't been as bad as we were, but we've definitely improved. But we've still got a long way to go.
If you've got players carrying injury, I know most players carry some sort of a niggling injury, but some of your players look a bit sore. Brad Ebert doesn't look right.
No, they're all okay. We're typical at this time of the year. Everyone's a bit sore. We've certainly got players who are a bit sore going in, and that's not unlike every club in the competition. We've got some significant injuries outside the team today, which we know of, and our 2 key backs. And again today, we really missed our 2 key backs, but that's what we're dealing with, and we just got to get over that. And just every game that Jonas and Homs play together and O'Shea play together, now that Cassisi's not you have a look at that group, how young it is. You understand that we've got lots of room to improve.
How's your debate going on that extra tall forward?
Looked all right early because we had Stewie getting going a little bit early and helped us and kicked a couple of goals. So we sort of went somewhere in the middle. We went at about 190 centimetres. If we had someone, I've said this before, if we had someone in really, really good form that was taller and able to help us out while we're missing Jacko especially, we wouldn't be against doing that. But you do need to earn your spot in the team, and that's what we talk about. And I think John's form's been pretty good. Everyone talks about John, and he gets a chance to play next week and hopefully plays really well and gives us some real consideration for us going forward.
Where's Carlisle now?
Plays next game as long as nothing goes wrong. He's coming off a hamstring injury, so they can have reoccurrences in those sorts of things, but we expect he'll play next game.
And Trent goes out of the moon boot now, isn't he? So is that
he'll come out through the week next week. So we expect he'll be available for Sydney with a small chance of Collingwood, but very small.
And Montfresh back next game?
Yeah, back next game. So we're actually getting our list back together because Moore's back in the Sandful, Stewart's been back in the Sandful, so we've got Hitchcock playing, hopefully, I think, next game as well. So we've had a few players who've been out for a long period of time. So it's not a bad time to start getting them back together.
So Dom, how's this group going to get that spirit to want to take the game on again?
I think the spirit's there. They're a brave group. The last thing I'll question this group on is how brave they are. They are. Any challenge that gets thrown at the group, third youngest list and maybe the second youngest now or first now that I've departed. But
do lose a few years, don't you?
Yeah, do lose. Yeah. I've just been amazed by this group that along the last, since Kenny's gotten here, the last 18 months, every challenge that's been thrown at us or at them, they've just they've just lifted and gone with it, whether that's pre-season training, whether that's half-time when we're challenged, and they're just a group that just won't give up, and they'll just keep fighting, and they'll get back to it. You know, they just you've got to give some credit to the opposition as well. You know, they're scouting us pretty hard, and you know, I think in time with experience and games played and pressure situations, it's going to come that we're going to be able to be brave when we have to, and then also play some controlled footy, which if you look at Hawthorn with their experience and what they do in pivotal moments of the game, they've always tended to have control, and that's what we aspire to be.
You were in front of that, behind that moment, but why did you feel that no one was moving to give you an option to kick the ball to in that third quarter when you had the ball on the eastern side?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a really hard answer to, really hard question to answer. It's
just because of the pressure of the moment, they're scared to make a mistake, or is that the hill they've got to get over again?
I'm not too sure. I mean, you know, I know our group will just run all day, so I wouldn't question their work rate. You know, Melbourne are a man-on-man team.
I think we're questioning now their adventure. That adventure that was there at the beginning of the year, that you just felt free to just do anything you wanted out there.
Yeah, there maybe is a bit of, you know, we had some turnovers today that are a little bit uncharacteristic. So when that does happen a little bit, you might go in your shell as a young group, but Kenny encourages us to keep taking the game on, and that's going to come with experience. But you know, it's a tough game out there. You know, it is tough, and all I know is this group is just they'll keep working at the game, and total buy-in with Kenny and the rest of the coaches, so they'll work through and get better again.
What do you think of the kicking, Ken?
The kicking?
Yeah.
I thought the kicking was terrible. I thought the stat says 67% for us. I think both sides would be sitting. I did ask Travis, and I think Travis said to me after the game, I might get this a little bit wrong, but I think he said him and Nathan Jones actually had a conversation about the balls and what they were seeing, because everyone was kicking the ball quite poorly out there today, and I think there were some question marks in their mind about the actual balls, because it was both sides, it wasn't just one side. Now, pressure comes and that makes you kick, but some of the kicks were under no pressure, and they were just coming off. And, you know, the stats say they weren't as bad as they looked. They looked pretty bad.
Did you wish the ball bounced kind of for you?
Oh, I did, but
So did I.
But it wasn't to be. You know, it was the overriding thrill is just that we won. You know, and we've got back to playing a bit of, you know, we won the important areas that we hang our hat on. You know, which is a contested possession and tackle, and it's a really pleasing sign.
Do you have any thought to tomorrow, Dom? What are you going to do? No recovery, or?
Probably not much recovery, I wouldn't have thought. I've just really honestly been looking forward to today and getting through it. I haven't thought too much about tomorrow, but yeah, I'll have a bit of time off, and it's going to be a little bit strange, you know. It's yeah, looking at you, we sort of get spoon-fed a little bit, you know. Our diaries are there, and you know, you look at it and you just go into recovery mode and get ready for next week or the week after the bye. So it's going to be a bit different for me, but just going to really enjoy tonight. Hopefully catch up with a few of the boys, and yeah, just a bit of time with the family tomorrow, I think.
Well done.
Thanks, guys.